Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Xbox One video. So if you turn on your Xbox One today, then you may well have been greeted by this screen, and this basically indicates that you have got the March update. Now, Major Nelson obviously mentioned on his blog recently that the March update will be rolling out in or around the 11th of March to coincide with the Titanfall release and obviously the introduction of Twitch broadcasting. But obviously the update has started rolling out slightly earlier, so you will have either encountered this screen already or you will no doubt encounter it very soon. So if you haven't got it, then be patient and it will no doubt come to your console very, very soon. But anyway, I thought I'd put together this video just really quickly to kind of show you some of the new things that you'll get with the update, and obviously the things that you can now expect to see on your Xbox One going forward. So let's jump straight into it. So the very first thing is they promised obviously improved social features, and obviously if you remember your friends list before, if you go to obviously you go to the kind of People app, you'll remember that previously you had your activity feed and then you had to go to friends on the side to find your friends. Wasn't the most kind of streamlined thing, so now you can see front and center your friends list is the very first thing you see, and obviously anyone that's got that star in the corner is someone from your favorites list. But yeah, you can scroll down, see what your friends are doing, and obviously then you can interact with them from there. Obviously to the right of that you still have your activity feed, that hasn't gone anywhere. You can still scroll down, see what your friends have uploaded, what they're doing, you know, what they're playing, achievements they've unlocked, all that kind of cool stuff. But then if you go across to the left, you can still filter accordingly. So if you just want to see your favorites or you just want to see your friends, then you can still do that. And importantly, the thing that people have been asking for is the addition of recent players. Now, if you remember back on Xbox 360, you'll remember that if you just played a game with someone, you can press the guide button, scroll across to your friends and find recent players, and you can then obviously find someone you've just played with. Obviously that was missing from Xbox One, but it is now added, so you can see there they would obviously appear in that list. I currently don't have anyone because I have literally just turned my console back on, but once I've started playing online, they will obviously fill up and then that will populate. But anyway, that is the addition of recent friends and making friends more accessible. Now, if you open up or you snap party, now you may remember that beforehand parties weren't, you know, that. I mean, they're still not completely there, but they're getting there. Now, beforehand, when you start a party and you join a party, by default, party chat is turned off. You have to then go and turn that on. Well, by default now it is turned on, so you join a party and you can start talking straight away. Additionally, there are now kind of better options for adding people to parties. If you remember before, often it has this kind of intelligent join thing. So for example, you're playing Battlefield and you go into your party and you're all in a party together and you go into the main menu, then it just automatically pulls you into the game. While that is, you know, clever, it's not always ideal because sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it's kind of a pain to try and sort of join a game. You have to back in, back out, all that kind of stuff. So a little bit annoying, but now there are better options. What you can do is obviously once you set up your party, you can invite people. There's actually, you can go to the profile and you can invite people to game or to party and game and all that kind of stuff like that. So let me jump into Killer Instinct to give you an example of that, and then you can see what it's like. Actually, in fact, just before that, while Killer Instinct is updating, obviously I'll cut that out afterwards, but if you go to, just to sort of show you some of the additional options, if I go to my friends list and I click on 269, then you can see if you scroll across, there are a lot more options next to him. Obviously under send, I can, like, if you go across, you can immediately see what game he's in, so I can just join that, which is really, really handy. And obviously you can still see his friends, his recent activity and his clips, but the options right to the side of him, I can obviously send him messages, I can send him party and game invites, I can just send him game invites, you know, things like that. I can obviously join his party and game, his party or his game. You know, there's a lot more options here. It's all about kind of improving the social interactivity and trying to make it a lot more streamlined to sort of join people. So now, you know, whereas before there were the occasional options, you know, things that slightly worked and sometimes work for different games. Now I can just sort of generally go to him and click on, you know, if I want to play his game, then I can just join his game and also join his party. So that is super cool. But now if I jump back into KI and then I go to host an exhibition match, then you can actually see this in action. Obviously I don't just have to do this from the Friends Hub, I can just do it from my party. So I'm going to jump into where you normally invite someone, go over, click on 269, and you'll now see that when it pops up, once it loads, I can then go to, I can either join, or alternatively I can click on send, and I can then scroll down and obviously still send him a message, or alternatively I can send him a game invite right at the bottom. Obviously if it is applicable, for example, say he hadn't joined my game, then I could also send him a party and a game invite, or different things like that, but obviously the ones that are greyed out are the ones that aren't quite applicable. But yep, that is pretty cool, so now I can just straight away invite people, and that applies across the board to all games, so that is really, really handy. Now another really cool thing, for those of you that use Upload and Upload Studio, Upload itself, obviously you'll know that as the kind of hub where you go and you see all the kind of cool clips, see all the feature clips, all your friends clips, all that kind of stuff, all that great content. what you can now do, you can now snap upload. Now this is really, really cool because now you can watch clips in the side. So for example, if you see here, I've snapped upload, and the things that are right at the top, they are your feature clips. So you can obviously see the first 3, they are today's clips. So if you haven't seen them, go and check them out because they are really, really good. But obviously after that, you can scroll down, you can see clips by game, clips from your friends, clips from, different things like that. You can also click record new clip if you want to, and that will then swap the upload hub in Snap to game DVR, which you're familiar with, the thing where it says end clip now. Grab the last 5 minutes or whatever you want, or start recording. So you can do that from there. Alternatively, you can also go full screen, and when you do that, obviously upload will open full screen and you can have your typical viewing experience that you are used to. But this is really, really cool because what it now means is that not only do you get to obviously see the clips and sort of see what your friends are doing in Snap mode, you can also watch your clips. So imagine if you're going through a game, say you're playing, I don't know, Assassin's Creed, and there's sort of a puzzle piece that you're like really trying to find, then obviously you can find the video, you can watch it in the corner, and then obviously it will help you through as you're playing the game. So that is really, really handy, and obviously something you should definitely use going forward. Now, the other thing obviously that is coming with this update, but is not quite here just yet, is Twitch. Now obviously Twitch exists on the platform as it currently stands, but at the moment you can only watch broadcasts. When March the 11th hits, an update will come to Twitch, and then you will then be able to broadcast. So although it was said to be part of the March update, it's not actually live just yet, but that will be live on March the 11th. So if you want to start broadcasting, obviously you can do that, but I will have a video for that as and when it gets released. Now there are also a few other kind of additions with this this thing, some stuff to do with TV, some sort of general kind of miscellaneous patch stuff, extra sort of things like that. But what I'll do is I'll drop a link to Major Nelson's blog in the description down below, so you can see the full patch notes and see everything else. But one of the other important things that you want to touch on is there is an update for the controller. Now this one has to be done manually, whereas the console update will just do it itself. To update the controller, you have to go to the settings page and then go to the system, and then you will scroll down. There's an option that says update controller. You can then update the firmware, and then it's all up to date. So yeah, make sure you do that because you definitely want to keep the controller up to date, and it improves a few sort of like things that people discovered as and when playing and developing games. Anyway, aside from that, that's kind of largely all the stuff that I need to sort of show you. The rest of it you might just want to read, but hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully there's a few things if you didn't know about, then now you do. So if you did enjoy this, you did find it helpful, then as always, don't forget to hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, show your support, does really help me out. Obviously don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and stay tuned for much more awesome Xbox One content, and obviously it is Titanfall next week, so you can expect a ton of coverage here. I'm going to be playing the game all week long. In fact, I'm playing the game forever now. It's just amazing, and I'm not going to stop playing it. So yes, you will have all the content you can possibly want to see right here, so keep it locked. And yeah, don't forget to add me on Xbox One. My gamer tag is Arix, and stay tuned to the Arix Gaming Facebook and Twitter pages for all your updates throughout the week. So thanks again, take it easy, peace out.